What's up, my fellow actors? Welcome to the Acting Career Center, here to help you learn the skills you need to break into the film and television industry. My name is KURT YUE. Thank you so much for joining me here today. All right, today we're going to be talking about self-taped auditions. There are very few things in acting, in this career, that I think are hard and fast rules that don't have any exceptions. Self-taping commandment number 1 is to follow the audition instructions. Oftentimes when you get a self-taped audition request from a casting director, they will also send along taping instructions. Make sure you read and you follow those taping instructions. If you get a self-taped audition request that does not come with instructions, well then let's move on to these next 9 commandments. Taping commandment number 2 is to have a non-distracting background. This stuff back here is cool for my YouTube video, but I would never have it in my self-taped audition. That's because I don't want anything back here distracting the viewer's attention from my face. You want to make sure you hold the viewer's attention on your face at all times. So I think a solid color wall is the best option. In my opinion, using a neutral color like a gray or a blue is best. Some people like to use a bed sheet or a curtain. Just make sure it's a neutral color. A lime green or red or a really bright color sometimes can also be distracting. Wrinkles can also be distracting, so if you are using a bed sheet, make sure you iron out all of those wrinkles. Self-taping commandment number 3 is to make sure your video is horizontal. Many of you will want to use a phone to tape your auditions, which is totally fine because most phones have HD cameras. But if you are using your phone, do not shoot your audition video vertically. Turn your phone sideways and shoot your audition horizontally. Save those vertical videos for Instagram and TikTok. Your audition videos should be horizontal. Self-taping commandment number 4 is to put your camera on a tripod. No matter what camera you are using, you should stabilize it on a tripod. So if I were using my phone, I would just put it on a tripod with an adapter like this. That way the camera is not going to be moving around. Now, do not have someone try to hold it steady for your audition. It's not going to look good at all. So make sure, whether you are using a phone, a camcorder, put that on a tripod to stabilize it. Self-taping commandment number 5 is to make sure your camera is roughly eye level. You don't want your camera down here looking up your nose, okay? So raise that camera to roughly eye level. An easy way to do this is with a tripod. Self-taping commandment number 6 is to make sure the actor is well lit. Well, we also want to make sure they can see everything that's happening in our face, all the expression changes, anything that's happening within our eyes. We want to make sure the viewer can see all of that, all of the great acting that we're doing. Our face needs to be well lit for them to see that. Make sure you are well lit in any situation. Taping commandment number 7 is that the actor should be louder than the reader. Who is the actor? The actor is the person auditioning who is on camera. The reader is the person standing out of frame, off camera, who's delivering the other lines, who's basically your scene partner for your audition. I've heard many auditions where the reader, their voice is louder than the person auditioning. You don't want this to happen because their voice is going to overpower yours and it's going to take attention away from you. Self-taping commandment number 8 is to have a quiet set. Earlier we talked about not having visual distractions. Well, we should also not have audio distractions either. We want to make sure our set is completely quiet for our self-taped audition. So if there's a TV on in the other room that you can hear from where you're taping, make sure you go turn that off. Self-taping commandment number 9 is to keep your file sizes small. Remember that you're going to have to be uploading these videos either directly to the casting director or on Actors Access or some other casting platform. So it'll be easier if you have a smaller file size. You don't want to be uploading a gigabyte of video, right? My audition videos are usually between 20 and 30 megabytes, which are very manageable to upload. So how do you keep your file sizes small? Well, one thing you can do is to not shoot in 4K. I know some of you have phones or cameras that can shoot 4K video. You don't need to do that for your audition, right? That's gonna make enormous file sizes. Self-taping commandment number 10, the final commandment, is to turn your audition in on time. This should go without saying, but I've heard so many casting directors talk about getting late auditions quite frequently. There is absolutely no excuse to turn an audition in late. If you turn your audition in late, you're almost guaranteed that they're gonna throw it in the trash. They're never gonna watch it. Why is that? That's because when you turn an audition in late, the casting directors lose trust in you. Because if they can't trust you to turn your audition in on time, how can they trust you to arrive on set on time, to arrive to your actual shoot on time? They can't. All right, that's it for this video. Those were my 10 commandments of self-taping. Until next time, keep practicing, keep learning, and I can't wait to see you on set one day.